Why is the music not working? That's weird. I don't know if you guys are hearing the music or not. It's weird. Ergo, good evening, everybody. Welcome into the fastest 2 hours in ham radio YouTube. Get started here in just a few minutes. We've got we'll have a good show tonight talking MeshCore and Meshtastic, and it's gonna be a good one. Stick around, guys. We'll see you in a minute. None of my sound effects are working, I don't think. It is working, I'm just not hearing it. See y'all in a couple minutes. Once again, guys, good evening. Welcome in. Appreciate y'all coming in to hang out with us crazy fools tonight. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and share out the stream. Get as many people watching as you possibly can. Again, a big show tonight. We're going to talk about MeshCore versus Meshtastic. Have a productive conversation on that. Stick around, guys. We'll get started here in just about 2-ish minutes. My audio is loud. Okay, they weren't telling me that in the back room, so I will back my audio down a little bit. There we go. That ought to get it fixed. About 1 minute away. Stick around, everybody. That's for you, EOD. All righty, guys. Top of the hour. Let's light this candle. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to HamShackTV Live. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Appreciate you tuning in. This may be a little weird tonight, guys, because I'm not hearing any of my sound effects or anything in my ears. I don't understand what's going on there. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Sorry for the lack of content. I've been throwing some things out there when I can. We've got some things that have came up with the move that's kind of getting things all screwy, and I haven't been able to make a whole lot of content for you guys, but we're working on it. Got some school things going on too. You may have seen an upload a couple of days ago in my final semester of my associate's degree. Looks like we got a good crowd in here tonight. 25 folks watching already. Please share out the link. Get as many people watching as you possibly can. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Gigaparts, folks. Gigaparts Rewards Plus is taking off. I mean, taking off. I'm hearing all kinds of positive reviews about Gigaparts Rewards Plus. And if you're not familiar with it, it's a great new program that Gigaparts has came out with. You've heard me talk about rewards points for a while. Well, if you become a member of Gigaparts Rewards Plus, you get 4 times rewards points, and it's a great way to support HamShackTV. I've got a coupon code for you. HamShackTV 50. That's HamShackTV 50, no spaces. You're going to get half off your first month of Gigaparts Rewards Plus. It's only $12.99 a month, but we're going to give it to you for half off if you use coupon code HamShackTV 50. And we certainly appreciate that. If you're not familiar with Gigaparts, guys, one of the greatest electronic stores in the whole country, if you ask me. They got ham radio equipment. They've got computers, maker stuff, cameras, toys for the kids, all kinds of cool stuff. They've got a store there in Huntsville, Alabama on University Avenue. It's a beautiful store, great looking store with a whole bunch of room to grow. And also, if you're not in Huntsville, Alabama, you can shop online, gigaparts.com. We certainly appreciate Gigaparts' support of HamShackTV. And maybe you don't want to do Rewards Plus, that's fine too. If you use just regular HamShackTV at checkout on any purchase at Gigaparts, you get double rewards points. So we appreciate them. Let's see here. Anything else I need to talk about? I don't think so. So without further ado, let's bring in the whole gang here. Michael, Hillbilly Dave, Marvin, Mesh Dealer Dave, and Gray Man Poda. What's up, fellas?
Howdy.
I still have no audio. Now I don't even have you all in my ears.
What?
What? Can you hear us now?
Maybe I need to restart my browser. Marvin, take it for a minute. Let me restart the browser and see if that fixes it.
All right. Well, good evening, folks, and welcome. Like Josh said, we have a great show planned for this evening. Talking about Meshtastic, MeshCore, and everything. But as always, let's kind of go around do a quick roundtable of what's been happening in everybody's week and anything ham radio related. What's going on?
I'm sorry. Who's that strange guy up in the top corner there?
Yeah, I've never seen him before. We have a new panel.
Who is that guy?
So
both upper corners, they have chins.
Yes.
Yeah, but mine kind of stands out, being the white beard being gone.
Oh, now I recognize that voice.
It might be.
I usually shave it about once a year, Tim. It doesn't take long for me to grow it back.
Okay.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's like, Dave, you lost what? You find your razor or what?
No, I got to play with the lawnmower.
You got to play with the lawnmower. Spring trim up, yeah, for sure. So, Michael, you're in my top left. So let's go first. How your week's been and what's been going on, and anything ham radio you might have been doing lately.
Yeah, we're trying. I've been, and I have video evidence. We're doing the 52 days of 5-2, trying to call out on 5-2 when you're out and about, or even if you're in the shack.
Challenge. Absolutely.
Yeah, 52-day challenge. N2 MAK started it. And Eric and I have been banging it away. I've got a bunch of them on here, which I have to transfer from here to here to get it onto the computer so I can just throw it on there. And we've been having fun with that. And we have, and I need to mention this because if I don't, somebody will beat me up. Give me 2 seconds. We have where is it?
I can hear now.
Yeah.
Good.
We have to celebrate the there it is. I found it. I think I didn't. Damn it. Anyways, on one of our channels on the other side, and I can't even remember. I'm just completely drawing a blank, but we're celebrating.
Use your words, Michael.
We're gonna have all everybody on.
Come on, Michael, spit it out.
I know.
Live stream.
Yeah, we're gonna have a live stream on Friday
with the Northeast Hams.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Northeast Ham Radio. Yeah, I'm just completely drawing a blank because I'm trying to find it. And we have a whole big posting on it, and I can't find it. So as soon as I find it, I'll probably try to drop it back in. But yeah, we're definitely going to be a very good live stream tomorrow night. It should be lots of fun. Caitlin, Julie will be on there. Shannon,
Michael,
a whole bunch of people.
Michael, you can find the link.
Friday is not Northeast Ham Radio.
No, it's not.
No,
not. I know it's not. That's what I'm saying. It's.
It's
Leave me alone.
It's Lip Free and Ham.
Give me a second.
Lip Free and Ham. That's it.
I'll drop
Thank
the
you.
link.
That took a long time to get there.
Ooh, hey, I'm in New England, man. You can't get there from here.
If I took a drink for every I'd be trashed.
I dropped the link to the stream tomorrow night in both streams.
Oh, hey, thanks, Hillbilly. Yeah.
I don't know if we can call him
Yeah,
that
that's pretty
anymore.
bad. Pretty bad.
Yeah,
No
that
hillbilly can
that
find
was
it
bad.
faster than you, and you're part of the stream.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm not going to be part of the stream. I might crash it, though.
There you go.
I might crash it. But other than that, having fun. I not ham related. I resigned from my job.
Oh wow!
And I have 2 out of 3 other jobs possibly lined up already, so I'm good with that.
Awesome.
So, and playing with the 7300 Mark II, figuring out stuff. Vaughn had to show me how to get the CW decoder to work, and dude, that thing is phenomenally better than anything PC related I've ever seen.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, it is.
Wow.
So, all right,
Hey,
who's next?
I forgot to take
ahead.
care of one piece of business
That's
before
right.
we
What was
got
that?
started. And for some reason, it's disappeared from my dashboard, so I can't see it anymore. But we got to play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
That is for the new channel member, W9EGL. Appreciate his channel membership there. What are y'all laughing at?
I'm laughing at
you-
Eric's comment.
You want to bring it up? Bring up Eric's comment. You should see it in StreamYard.
My apologies.
Oh,
You blew
What I
that
gotta
one,
deal
Michael.
with. Yeah. Thanks, Eric.
that 1052 thing that Eric's doing is really cool. Really cool. I watched that video.
That's actually he's part of it, but it's actually Mike into MAK's challenge.
N2 MAK started it.
Yeah.
cool. That's
Mike
really
is
cool.
a troublemaker, by the way.
Yeah.
Into
stirs
MAK?
up- stirs the pop. Yes.
Yes, he's a stir.
Here you go. Here you go, Michael. Here's a job for you.
Walmart greeter.
Walmart
thanks.
greeter or a forklift operator.
Hey, dude, I can run a forklift like nobody's business. Just not in Massachusetts because you have to have a hydraulic license or some crazy crap. Yeah, no, I'm good. I do.
All right, Mike. Anything else?
No,
Sure.
Who's next?
Let's go to Tim.
Timmy.
I'll skip the ums.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Well,
Tim.
yeah. Well, I mean, hook a brother up here, right? Help a brother out. No, hey, guys, Tim, Gray Man Poda, the Gray Man Poda YouTube channel, and every Wednesday night the Ham Radio Kids Table. So last night we had a friend of mine who had been out of ham radio for 10 years. We were at a conference, and he saw me doing FT8 on the Flex from my iPhone, and that was enough to spark him back into the hobby. So it's a great stream last night. Yeah. So, but I think by the time we left the conference, he had already ordered an Aurora. He actually got it.
Oh, Jesus, really?
The day before Winterfield Day. And he took it out on its maiden voyage and made 60 contacts, he said, for Winterfield Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very cool.
So yeah, he's been very, very excited with it.
It's a lot of fun. I mean, I'm sitting here playing on my other laptop, trying to do 3-way. Okay. So yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah, very cool. It's good stuff. So, Dealer Dave.
What's up? Super deep into the final move out. Like I told you guys, I locked myself. I got locked out of the house on accident. My keypad decided to go nuts on me Sunday. So I had to break back into the house in order to be able to get into the house. Moved a bunch of stuff out with the kids. Speaking of 5-2, Wednesday was actually kind of cool. I was heading east in Texas, and N1OG, the Grouch, was heading west in Texas. We both came off of I-10, and I was heading northeast, and he was heading northwest. And we intersected at one point. I'm constantly monitoring 5-2, and out of the blue, I hear CQ 5-2. This is N1OG calling CQ. And we had about a 3-second QSO as we passed each other in right around Navasota, Texas, and then totally lost each other. But then got to talk to Mike K at MRD because I was actually going to Huntsville, Texas. And so I had to text Mike to tell him to turn his radio on so I could talk to him. Had a short QSO with Mike as I was in and out. But besides that, it's March. So it's the final portion of me getting rid of the house and getting into this full, I've already been in it for about a month, but end of the month, I go up to where Grouch is at, to Circle 6, and spend a couple months there and then continue on. And then I become a grandfather, and life just keeps getting nuts. But that's me. And then today we're talking about mesh. So, and it's many intricacies.
Yeah, absolutely. Very cool. Yeah, that's kind of cool. You both meet at, kind of intersection and get to, he calls out CQ and 5-2, and you got, there you go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. So it's good. Hopefully we can have more stories like that, because that's, I've traveled back and forth quite a bit to Massachusetts and stuff, and I've got a few. There's been quite a few contacts I've done through around the Chicago area, but you just don't always get a lot of those. So it's kind of cool you'll be able to do several of those. So yeah, Mr. Super Dave.
Oh, not a whole lot going on. I did get out last
hockey,
week.
not by your face, apparently.
early lawnmower.
Well, it's like you cut the lawn the first time in the spring. This fall spring made me do my one shave a year.
I popped in here and I'm like, boy, what happened? New hillbilly.
Yeah, I think AI is glitching.
Yeah, didn't you know hillbilly's just AI?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got out this
First
week.
clean shaven hillbilly I've seen, unless you count me as one.
It won't stay this way. Don't worry, guys. But I got out this weekend to do some antenna testing with the Alpha Antenna Delta Loop add-on, and wow, that turned my hex antenna into a barnstormer. In less than 45 minutes, I was in the park for about 2.5 hours. Had World Radio League open the whole time because I worked 10.
Indeed.
12 couldn't get any contacts on 12. Then I got contacts on 15. I got Spain on 10. Then I got contacts on 15. I got Spain again on another station, Spain on 17. And then 20, in less than 45 minutes, I did 85 contacts. I mean, it was just the alpha antenna delta loop. You got to have a tuner radio with a tuner, unless you do. I can't remember if it's 15 and 17 or 12 and 15. One of those two were 1.5 to 1. So when I do my full review on that antenna, I'm going to use my G106 on those two bands.
Did you say you were doing the G90?
No, G106.
Well, that's what you were using when you were out doing the testing?
No, I was using my FT710.
Oh, 710. Okay.
Yeah, I took my 710 out. I'd have used the FT1X if my amp would ever show up.
That's funny.
But other than that, hopefully there's going to be some storms tomorrow night. Then we're supposed to have a couple of days of good weather, so we'll see what we get out and do this weekend. That's what's been going on the last week, though. I did drop a video on that. What's so funny?
Eric goes, Marvin's playing FT8 again.
Yeah, he's trying to get Bouvet, guys. So he might get distracted.
I might be distracted a little bit this evening. I've been working on it every evening, just trying to, because I am Dave, Dealer Dave. I am seeing some people make contacts with them, so I'm getting a little bit of traffic coming through. So
Okay.
and it looks like they just switched from 40 to 20 again. So like I keep getting the ham alerts on them right and left. But yeah, so I'll just go to me and I'll go to you, Andy. So yeah, it's been kind of an interesting week lately. I've been playing a lot with the radios and antennas. I put up a oh my gosh, Palomar Engineering antenna, 10 through 80 in my backyard dipole, going from the basically the Ron mast at the shed where my TV antenna mount is going all the way down to the TV, down to the 65-foot tower. So I've got that up in the air a little ways, not as high as I would like it, but it's up a little bit. And so I'm trying to use that with my 40 and 80 meter dipole at night, which I did not have anything above 20 at all, which kind of has been my problem for me. So now I got this dipole. Hopefully it's a little bit better, but we'll see how that goes. But it's been Bouvet went active last Saturday, I believe. Maybe it's Friday night or Saturday. It went live down in Bouvet. So the 3Y0K is active. A good friend of mine is on that DXpedition, actually the guy who built my tower. And so I've been trying to make contact with that station really hard every evening, anytime possible. So I've that's been my goal. But again, they do a Fox and Hound mode. If you're not familiar with that, there's Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course did a really good video on it. And there's another one out there that another guy did a presentation, that kind of a PowerPoint on it, on how to set that up, and it's quite interesting. So it does take a little bit to figure out. You got to make sure you got your wide graph, your waterfall, and above 1,000. Is it hertz? Is that right?
Yeah, it's hertz.
Hertz. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So you got to be above that and stuff for some of those things. So. Make sure you put yourself in the right mode, and one of those things. If they're on like 14.090, 14.090, you want to make sure you put it your radio on that as well. Just go in and program that in your frequencies under settings, and set that. You can program that specifically in there. So a lot of little key things you need to do that I wasn't doing beforehand. I hadn't really played Fox and Hound a lot before, so this was kind of a new experience for me to go figure that out. But it was quite fun. And I haven't reached them yet, but I've had signals all the way down to Antarctica, South America. I mean, it's all over. I mean, I'm not hurting for getting out. I'm checking PSK Reporter to see where my signals are, and I mean, it's been playing well. So that's probably why Eric's hearing me this evening even a little bit. But so that's kind of been where I've been going with that. And I actually get my truck back tomorrow. From the body shop after the deer hit in January. And so 2.5 weeks back, I actually get out of rental vehicles, and I'm excited to get my HF and my 2-meter radio back in the truck again. And I will be doing a Wisconsin QSO party, not this weekend, but the following weekend, I think it is. So the 15th and 16th or something like that. So 16th something, somewhere in there. whatever. Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. So I'm kind of working on planning that trip out and figuring out what different parks I can go to, and setting up all that stuff along the way. So should be quite interesting. So Andy, anything activity with your world?
Yeah, absolutely. All kinds of crazy stuff. First of all, you're talking about the 3Y0K the expedition there. Actually, one of the members of the expedition, Max N4ML.
Yep.
I think he's a little bit younger than me. I actually used to work with him. He was part of the World Radio League team for a few months after I started, and then then he moved on after that. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see him as part of the expedition. So
it is.
Yeah, and in fact, I think even some of the ham radio prep videos and some of the courses, you can even see Max in some of those. So, but anyway, yeah, did a POTA activation with the KH1 earlier this week, and the little Elecraft paddle somehow or another, one of the switches on the paddle got jammed. Thankfully, I had a touch paddle, so I had to switch over to that to finish. I was like in the middle of a contact when it jammed, and so I've got to get that figured out. But hopefully that'll go away. We've got all kinds of crazy stuff going on over at World Radio League and Ham Radio Prep, and Josh and Marvin. I don't know if you want me to dive into that now, or if you want me to wait a little bit of that. On that.
Yeah, let's save it for the other half of the show there.
And then yeah, absolutely. I may have to drop here an hour and a half, but I think we can come back around to it. And then what was the other thing I was going to mention?
And Andy's only 17.
No, I'm certainly older than that.
Of course, this comes from
He's only a few years. He's only a few years older than my oldest granddaughter.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's the same age as
I'm not sure that's saying much, Dave, but yeah, I am. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, yeah. So, oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say. We'll save that for later too. Okay, yeah, we are. We're cooking along, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, trying to keep up with the world and life and things in general. So, yeah, absolutely. I did discover. I'll throw this one out there because it is Ham Radio Prep World Radio League related, but it's kind of just a goofy one-off thing. I discovered I have a recent model GM car, and it is a 2025 model, and I discovered it's got Android built in, and I can install the Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League apps on my car. So that
is cool.
Wait. I haven't even looked at that, but it does have Play Store in it.
You have to do it from your phone. If you're signed into the same account on both your phone and your car, you can tell your phone to install the app on your car. So it's really cool.
So at the top of the hour, Andy's going to have some really big news for us about the update for the World Radio League desktop app.
I am indeed. I am, absolutely.
Oh, stay tuned for the top of the hour. That's when we'll do it. I think that's a good time.
8 o'clock, yeah, that works for me. I'll have to leave shortly after that, but 8 o'clock works for me. We'll do that.
9 o'clock in the real time zone.
8 o'clock.
We are the first time zone, sir, for the United
States. The
States.
real time zone plus one is what he meant, Dave.
Actually, Mike, I don't think we are the first time zone.
Eastern time zone is first.
The first one in the United States. Anyway.
Doesn't Maine have their own kind of portion out there with
they're still in
Atlantic
Eastern
time?
No,
they're not Atlantic time.
Maine is still Eastern. Even though, you would think. I think it goes between Maine and Nova Scotia, which is weird.
It does.
Yeah.
I also just before we move on, I read a quote that I think everyone here should familiarize themselves. Everybody should know this and remember this quote. This comes from Linus Torvalds. He says, "A computer is like air conditioning. It becomes useless when you open Windows." So there's your bit of wisdom for the week.
That's pretty good. This is even better. Tim has us all straightened out.
Yeah, this is true. He has a good point.
Where America's day actually begins.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Oh, goodness. Well, did we make it around the horn?
Yeah, exception of you, maybe. If you got anything to saying.
I'm sure it's already.
Once again, I'm not sure that's saying much, but anyway.
Everybody here heard about this in the back room, but we've had a snafu with the house sale. My buyer backed out, which you might have seen a video about that earlier this week. I was hesitant about making that because that gets a little personal, but I figured, whatever drives clicks and views. But that's the unfortunate thing. Now, just a few minutes ago, I was just notified of a new showing this weekend. So we have a showing tomorrow and a showing Saturday. Hopefully we can get this thing back sold soon. But unfortunately, it does not look like we are moving next weekend. It's going to be a little while out, it looks like. We've got a few irons in the fire, but needless to say, you can see my backdrop's all torn down, and all of our stuff is now in storage, except for clothes, my shack, kitchen necessities, and the furniture. That's it. All the other junk is in storage. So we're kind of living little light right now.
Bare minimum, yeah.
Bare minimum. So hopefully things can get straightened out and get this thing gone sooner than later.
It'll happen.
Yep. Let's see here. What else?
We're not sorry. We weren't laughing at you.
We were not laughing at you.
I haven't heard
and
that
Eric
in a long time.
Eric said he heard Poison song playing in the background. Who had a radio going?
I don't. Not sure.
Terry, you do know I live in Maryville, right, Terry?
Merville.
I'm literally
Maryville
and Crossville.
I'm literally 20 minutes or 20 miles as the crow flies from the North Carolina border. It doesn't get much eastern than that.
He's over there by
Well, yeah, you could move 10 miles further.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't get much further east than that. I mean, if you want to get technical, I could move up to Johnson County where Mountain City is, and that's further east as far as the latitude. Yeah, latitude or no.
Merville is not East Tennessee. Get out of here.
What kind of pot are you smoking, Terry? Because you need to sell that. Anyway, let's hit
on the toilet.
Maryville is East Tennessee.
Yep. Let's grab chat here a little bit and acknowledge our folks here. KR4RJGD. Howdy, y'all. Good to see you. Of course, Terry's in the house. That's Terry with a Tango, KQ4MDM. Mountain City is East Tennessee. Well, yeah, again, it doesn't get any further east than that.
No.
EOD Kaboom as well is in the house. Ham KJ5. I think we're missing some stuff on that call sign. T.O. with his member for 8 months. I ain't playing that clip for you. He didn't say anything.
You don't have to play nothing for me.
Pepe, we are international tonight. Good to see Pepe in the house. Andy Callie's in the house. Julie, KJ4, ULZ. Go check out Pota Power on YouTube. UK Urban Prepper. Good to see them. Pinoy DX Radio. Greetings from the Philippines. We really are international tonight. How about that? Eric's here, N1JUR. Let's see here. Scrolling through.
He must be on Hillbilly stream, not mine.
Probably.
I am not streaming.
He is.
Shame on you for not simulcasting here.
Well, I haven't figured out how to do it because I'm on the inside.
You can't because you're on the.
I'm on the inside.
You got the power.
We got the power.
You got the power. All right, I think we're caught up on the on the chat now. So anyway, I do want to give you your weekly reminder now. Go visit K8MRDiswrong.com.
Well, yeah, and actually we're worldwide tonight because UK.
UK. I forgot the UK's in
is
here
in
too.
My stream.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Oh, Pepe's over there. So yeah, we're definitely worldwide.
Yep. Yeah. Sure enough. Well, and Guam. Can't forget Guam.
Yep.
Technically part of the United States. I mean, Maryville for sure. I'm getting stream bombed here. Hello, Whitney. Love you.
Oh, jeez.
Hi,
wifey.
You can't believe what he said a minute ago.
Take care of him, but it's hard.
What radio were you going to buy, Josh?
7610.
Didn't he say he's buying the Kenwood 750?
No,
Oh,
that ain't happening.
What did you say
Not-
about Aurora?
Not in
Yeah,
this
or-
millennium.
Oh, he's buying an Aurora?
woo.
Not in this millennium, at least not right now. Anyway.
6400M.
And Whitney, we're just trying to get him in trouble, having a little fun.
Oh, she knows. I'm a tightwad on money at the moment with this house crap, but
Oh, no doubt.
but anyway, guys, it is a new month, so super chats channel donations have been reset for the month of March. Michael has the top spot for the year and all time twice now, $100. You can take him down if you want. Y'all know what to do, but any super chat or channel donation will make the March and the this week record at this point. So if you feel like supporting HamShackTV, that's a great way to do it. Look at my wife trying to butter y'all up.
Aw.
WB4
Very welcome.
WB4HAT. I live in Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee border. I'd say I'm in Middle Tennessee, but I'm actually a few hundred feet east of that so-called line on the
Oh, wow. He
Plateau.
lives up on the plateau. Nice.
Yeah. Or as the people up on the plateau call it, plateau. I don't know why.
Plateau? I've never heard that.
I've
That's
known
new
I've
one
known
for me,
people
and I
in
lived there long enough too.
people in Crossville, which any of you that's ever trucked or been through Tennessee, you know where Crossville is. They call it. There's a exit called
Crossville.
Plateau Road, and they call it Plateau.
Yep.
I don't understand it.
Wouldn't be the first people to pronounce something wrong, but
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean,
y'all call it
Cookville
Maryville,
is
and
right
it's
at the
Merville.
top. Well, isn't Cookville right on just on the top of the plateau? Just literally on top of the plateau at the very beginning.
Cookville is actually at. It is not on the plateau. You have to
No.
go. You have to go down from the plateau to get into Cookville. It's right at the foot of the plateau on the Nashville side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
of
trying
course,
to
on the
remember because I
Nashville
remember
side.
the big ass hill that we had to drive up in the slush and mush going east. Yeah, that was terrible. That hill is horrible.
Yep.
If you go through Cookville, you got to stop at Ralph's Donuts.
Yes.
I have been told that.
Yes.
My work partner, the real David Sorrell, who pops in the chat sometimes, he used to live in Cookville, and he talked about that place.
Got to go to Ralph's Donuts in Cookville. They're some of the best in the country I've had. So
He also talks about this place called World Foods or something like that, and supposedly it is the best pizza you'll ever eat. I don't know, but he claims it.
interesting.
All right. Anyway, let's dive in. Y'all came in for a topic. Well, we've got the topic for you. Me and Dave had a lot of fun talking about this down in Orlando, but we're talking about mesh networks tonight, specifically Meshtastic and MeshCore.
Right.
And it's very interesting to have experienced both sides of it in Orlando, because you did have both going on.
Yes. Yes.
But let me hand it over to Dave. Why don't you that's Dealer Dave, not Super Dave. Let you kind of brief everybody if they're not familiar what the mesh networks are and that kind of thing, and we'll
Sure.
dive in from there.
All right. I guess start off for those who don't know what Meshtastic, MeshCore, and the other mesh networks are, is it's decentralized messaging and location sharing utilizing the 900 megahertz ISM band using small LoRa WAN devices, right? So that's the basics of it. The two main camps, you have Meshtastic, which has grown in the United States a lot, started in England, kind of built its way up. That's primarily what most people in the United States are using. And then you have MeshCore, which is starting to build up and being redesigned over in England and is starting to work its way over to us. They both have great roles, right? They both do the same thing. They just kind of do it a little bit differently. Meshtastic uses what's called flood routing. And that's where it broadcasts out a message and everybody picks it up. Then all the devices have an algorithm that whoever gets it the weakest signal rebroadcasts it, right? And that can be efficient and inefficient at the same time. Because if you have two equally spaced devices, and I transmit, they're both going to pick it up about the same signal strength, and they're both going to rebroadcast it at the same time, which will cause a collision, right? So that's kind of the disadvantage, but the advantage with Meshtastic is ad hoc networks. If you need to set up a network quick, don't need to build an infrastructure for it. And so for Incom, Hamfests, conventions, stuff like that, it works great because you can just have a bunch of people appear, constantly moving around, and it will get the messages routed around the best that it can. MeshCore, on the other hand, is kind of built from the ground up with infrastructure in mind and repeaters. So in order for it to work effectively, you have to have fixed location nodes, preferably high up, preferably with a wide bandwidth or a wide range. And then those intelligently route your messages, right? So if I need to go from me to Josh and it needs to go through Marvin, it's not, and that's the best route, where the most efficient route to get to him, it's not going to broadcast it out and get transmitted by a bunch of different people and get jumbled up and pushed all over the place. It's going to intelligently route that message to Josh. But MeshCore has to have an infrastructure. So you have to build these repeaters. You have to have them in place, and they have to stay put, right? So it's an intelligent routing, but you have to build an infrastructure for it. So they both kind of have their own world, right? I run both. I have a MeshCore node and a Meshtastic node. At Huntsville, or not Huntsville, at Hamcation, I ran a MeshCore repeater for the area that ended up connecting with the rest of the MeshCore. There is a little bit of MeshCore in Florida, and it ended up kind of connecting us into that infrastructure. But when you pull MeshCore, when I pull that repeater down, that network then has to reconfigure itself and figure it out, because I just took a piece of infrastructure away from it, right? So they both have their advantages, and they both need to exist, right? There's not one that's better than the other. There's not one that's going to rule them all, right? They've both been kind of built purposefully for different ideas. And that's kind of the basics of the two. I mean, and we can go deeper if people have questions, but that's kind of where, and almost all of your devices that will do Meshtastic will do MeshCore, including your T-Decks, where you can actually get a special firmware for either one of them that makes it pretty and fancy. And so that's kind of the big difference between the two. One's not better than the other. You don't need to pick one or the other. Ideally, you kind of want to have both, right? You want to have, if you're going to freshly start an infrastructure in your area, and you want to have maybe a neighborhood, right? And you want to build out a neighborhood where everybody can reliably communicate. MeshCore is probably the better answer for that, because it's going to be a fixed infrastructure. Meshtastic, on the other hand, if you're working an event for Income, which my club does, we utilize Meshtastic, right? Because you can create an ad hoc network like that, and it will immediately start connecting everybody and start talking to everybody, and you'll be able to track and talk to the people on the ground. So that's kind of the main core. I mean, there's a lot of little bickering back and forth between the two sides on which one is better, but they're both really important to keep, and both of them really have their advantages and their disadvantages. And so now, if somebody will ask me a question so that I can have more to talk about.
Hey,
Well, UK Urban Prepper brought up something with MeshCore. Says you can leave a message that people can pick up later.
It has store and forward capabilities if somebody has set up a store and forward repeater. Meshtastic does the same thing, and they used to allow it on the general channel. I actually set up a store and forward node. But in the latest firmware updates, it now won't allow it on the primary channel. You have to do it on secondary. But yeah, store and forward is possible on both. It's just you have to do it on a private channel now in Meshtastic as opposed to MeshCore. Go ahead, Mike.
So you were saying that if you pulled one of the cores out, say the power went down or it was really cloudy and it lost power, basically what you're saying is that if you drop one of those pieces of infrastructure, they will auto reconfig.
Yeah, it'll reconfigure itself.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. I wonder why we can't do that in the commercial radio world. Jesus.
Well, somebody else on my channel brought up a good point too. Unless all that infrastructure gets taken out in a hurricane, then I don't think MeshCore is going to be your answer. That's where you're going to want Meshtastic, so you can bring up the ad hoc networks in that situation.
Right. Yeah. Ideally, you try and you set the MeshCore or you set your infrastructure on the same infrastructure that your ham radio group is, or in some cases GMRS group is going to utilize in case of emergency. Usually that's something fairly hardened, hopefully, right? So it's resilient enough to stay alive. But that's the proper way to build it out anyways.
And if you if you need, yeah, it's cool. And if you need break it down Barney style, Dave will be on POTA Power on Monday, right?
I was gonna announce that a little later. Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, Michael, why you gotta say stuff about other people's channels?
Holding it. Well, Meshtastic for blogs, really?
Yeah. We usually at the end of the stream say what we got coming up on our channels.
All right.
But Urban Prepper brought up something, Dave. He said worth mentioning. A problem we had, and over in England, like you were talking about, MeshCore is huge over there.
Right.
He said was people not updating nodes, which can cause problems with MeshCore. With MeshCore, that's the one thing you do have to stay updated.
Yeah, when
or everybody stays at the same level at least.
When the infrastructure in MeshCore gets updated, everybody has to update, or else it causes issues. Because MeshCore guys are doing amazing stuff right now, but it's big leaps in firmware upgrades where Meshtastic does baby steps, right? And it's fairly backwards compatible. I mean, unfortunately I'm the same kind of guy that doesn't update like I should. We've got a node on the tower, actually right here on top of the hill by where I'm staying, that is a hard to get to, and it's running firmware that's 1.5 years old, but it still works and it's still passing traffic and it's still doing the thing. He's right. MeshCore, when there's a major firmware update, everybody needs to do that major firmware update because they don't do it as much backwards compatibility. But it's still, from what I've seen and what I've played with so far with MeshCore, it seems to be, when you have an infrastructure, it's extremely stable. Where Meshtastic with its flood routing, when you have a bunch of fixed nodes, you get collisions, and it does it. The intelligence isn't there in order to make it work effectively.
So I think to dumb it down even further, and I've got a couple of comments here, but to dumb it down even further, this is not 100% a correct representation, but it's an easy way to kind of think about how this works. Meshtastic really kind of is like, if you think of simplex, it's very similar in that nature. It's point to point. Yes, you have hops, but you're limited on those hops. Whereas with MeshCore, it's a huge network, and it can be a huge network depending on your area. Your area may not have a whole bunch of MeshCore on it. Let me show you guys something here.
Yeah, on that, Josh, from what I understand, there's still limited hops in MeshCore, but with the smart routing, it allows you to get there. Where I know for a fact, because I've seen it in situations where there's big crowds, I've had messages not get to people.
That's fair, and that's absolutely fair. That's that collision theory that Dave was talking about a minute ago. But this right here is my MeshCore network right now, and it is extending all the way from almost Louisville, Kentucky, to about Rockingham, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, over to Raleigh. Right. It's huge. And
is that your mesh network, Dave?
Yeah. Which I have to. I mean, that's actually covering about 60 miles from end to end. which my camera doesn't. There we go. It's covering about 60 miles from end to end, but that's how deep. And we're running into a lot of issues with.
That's what she said.
Collisions
Careful.
and the reliability. I mean, we're at the point now where Meshtastic is not working. It's kind of like what the guys in the UK ran into, where we have such a condensed. I mean, there's 198 active nodes.
So it almost sounds like, even though it's decentralized, you still have to have coordination for it to be effective at scale.
Yes.
You have to have coordination.
I have 257 active nodes on mine.
Yeah.
It's quite crazy.
I have a question.
I'm sorry. I just gotta interject this comment really quickly here because I just thought it was brilliant from Terry.
He'll never shave again.
Yeah, right.
Terry does not want to meet this old man in person.
I'm waiting for the Oklahoma jokes to kick in.
He's already started that crap.
Pepe has a question.
He's got a really good question. I was trying to get to
I
that.
caught earlier. How does a MeshCore repeater know which is the best routing route?
To
And
me,
what
that is
happens when one repeater goes offline.
that's still the magic of. I mean, I started in Meshtastic, so I know a lot about Meshtastic. I'm just now getting into MeshCore, so I haven't really gotten into the nuts and bolts of how it does its intelligent routing. I just know that it does, and that's magic to me.
I wonder if it's like an RSSI issue or a signal to noise ratio issue.
Well,
where
I'm sure
it
because
sees it and then it sees that it disappeared, and it's like, okay, I'm going to ping it a couple times. Hey, look, okay, it's not there, and then continue on.
I'm sure they send out beacons every so often so other routers know where it's at.
Just like Meshtastic. Meshtastic is constantly sending information. I can pull up an SDR and you can look at 906.875, and there is constant traffic, even though there's no messages being broadcast. And that is the devices talking to each other. It's neighbor information. It's telemetry. It's all that kind of stuff. And all that happens in the background as well with MeshCore, where the repeaters look for each other and they look for signal strength. And then they generally know where we all are within that mesh. And then the intelligence kicks in on the signal strength is better from me to Dave to Michael than it is from me to Dave through Andy to Michael. So we're going to skip Andy. Right.
Liam,
you guys know,
might have just explained something on how that smart routing works.
MeshCore nodes will use flood by default. It will. I have to look around my camera. It will find working path. It will use that path from then on. If the path stops working, it will revert to flood and find a new path.
There we go. And you guys don't know how excited I am to see the folks from the UK in here in the chat.
Oh, God, I'm loving it. It's
with
big.
MeshCore, I'm still learning. So any kind of information you guys or knowledge you can spread, dude, send it.
So I like what UK Urban Prepper has here. Let me see if I can bring it up. We moved the network over to MeshCore and have 400 members, and now combining Starlink to jump gaps, theoretical grid down scenarios. That's intelligent. That's smart as hell.
Wow.
Just to move that over, that's pretty cool.
So I will.
I just out of curiosity with that Starlink thing there. The whole point of most of this is to take the infrastructure, the grid infrastructure out of it. Is there an RF option that you could use, a higher powered RF option to backhaul between areas to bridge those gaps, to bridge the gaps?
Well, it's still
something like this little guy right here that I use right here with Arden, where you could use 5 gigahertz or something. And,
you could use some kind of microwave stuff to actually.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because if you can use Arden and utilize, well, at least here in the United States, 2.4 and 5 gigs, and take that outside of the open portion of those bands and put it into like an amateur only area.
But see, we're encrypted, so you wouldn't be able to do that through the amateur radio portion of the band.
The amateur,
but you'd still be able to do 2.4 or 5 gigs. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, there are
in the ISM portion of that. Yeah.
Yeah, there are devices. I mean, there's hold on. There's a new device that just came out that I have to assemble because you actually have to solder some pieces together. But I know Meshtastic and MeshCore may be going the same route. Pepe, that's funny.
It's magic.
It's magic.
It's magic.
But the
That's what I tell all the
2.4
girls.
gig is starting to. They're going to start pushing Meshtastic into the 2.4 gig part of the ISM band, but it's
I got
still
one of those around here.
D-Fred has a good point here. You also cannot route non-amateur traffic over an amateur network.
Yeah, but not all microwave is amateur. You could use phone. You could use phone like Tim said.
Correct, sir.
The ISM side, and you're not in the amateur part of the band. So that's what I was talking about when I was talking about, because I'm not going to put Meshtastic into a amateur node. I actually scrapped a node that I put in to test that way, and fought it for an hour and a half trying to get it to get back working properly on the other firmware. And I just that was a $30 node, and it's actually in a pile over on the desk.
Yeah, you just got to reflash it. But it's by Muzzy Works. It's called the Base Duo, and then you use their Super IO, and you solder these two parts together, and you can actually tell it to go to 2.4 gig. It's not using both at the same time. You can use one or the other, but it's opening up where they're starting to do Meshtastic on the 2.4 gig side.
Throw a really high gain Yagi on that sucker, and you're rocking and rolling.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's RF wise to get long hauls. I mean, you can do elevated with a Yagi. You can try and push the limits of that, even in the 900 megahertz band. I mean, on a omnidirectional antenna at 30 feet in my area, we can get 15, 20 miles, right? So on a really good day, I mean, it's not super reliable, but you bring it into about 12 miles and it is. So if you threw a couple Yagis up, you could create a link. There's devices out there, which I don't even know where it's at now, where you can use a Wilkinson divider and take two Yagis faced like that and be able to actually use a node to bring the information, the signal in, and then push it back out in the opposite direction and create a link. Where I'm kind of playing with trying to do a 1 watt radio doing that, where maybe we can link an area from like Hondo to Uvalde and bring them into the picture. So
let me talk about my experience with MeshCore and Meshtastic, specifically with Hamcation. That's where this conversation all started. Well, I mean, it's been going on long before then, but as far as my interest and my surprise at this, it all really started at Hamcation. Right before Hamcation, I flipped all my stuff over to MeshCore because all my buddies were saying, you got to move over here. There's nobody on Meshtastic anymore around here in East Tennessee, that is. You got to come over and try this out. So I flashed all my stuff, made my solar node a repeater and all that good stuff, and took some of my equipment down to Florida with me, and it was crickets, absolute crickets down there. Whereas here, it goes nuts all the time. And when I got down to Florida, I reflashed one of my devices back over to Meshtastic on the Hamcation firmware, I should say. And wow, what a difference. That thing was, Meshtastic never shut up the whole time.
Well, and I heard there was a MeshCore repeater down there.
Well, Dave had one.
Yeah.
So I'm still back on the premise here that so is there no protocol, nothing that can make these two systems talk to each other? They're just fully incompatible.
Correct.
Okay.
And you have to understand where MeshCore come from, and I'm not going to get into it. Some guys out there want to try to bash the MeshCore guys, but they've got two different thoughts on the way they want to take it. So it's typical when, and I hate to say it, in ham radio, amateur radio, when something like this splits, and actually any programming stuff like this, when it splits, they don't want to talk back with each other. They just want to make their own.
Yeah, at the same time, though, I mean, it's ham radio. Somebody eventually you'd think is going to come up with some sort of a system to bridge the gap.
Everybody says it's ham radio, but Meshtastic and MeshCore.
That's true.
We are not the biggest users of Meshtastic and MeshCore.
Well, no. speaking of splits in the radio world, think about the digital modes: D-Star, DMR. Fusion, P25, all the M17 or 16 or whatever number it is. You're not. There's never going to be a universal platform. It's all proprietary stuff, and a lot of what drives that is the manufacturers. I mean, Fusion. You're not going to find Fusion on anything other than a Yaesu radio. You're not going to find D-Star on anything other than a ICOM or Kenwood.
FT8's the universal.
No, what Fusion owns is wires X.
Sure.
Fusion is not their protocol. They don't own it. That's why you get all the YSF rooms out there. That is not that Yaesu's. That's just like even the Yaesu and DMR, they work on that same codec. D-Star, you have to have that A and B decoder.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to be very, very clear about what I'm going to do here. I kind of want to hear
what are you going to
do from the audience.
What are you going to do?
Come on now.
I am going to drop the link in the chat.
Oh boy.
Is that safe? I'll spit it out if you can let me talk, Tim.
I mean,
I'm going to drop the link in the chat, and here's the ground rules for this. This is supposed to be a polite and respectful debate. So don't come, if you click on the link, don't come in here and bash either mode. We want to hear your experiences. That's what we want to see.
And just so everybody knows, it won't be the same link we use next week. He'll make it a different link, so you won't have backdoor keys.
That's right. That's right. So only click on that link if you want to join the show and come on and tell your story. I know there's a couple out there that might definitely want to come on and talk about it. But
yeah, Liam and UK Tech Prepper, if you guys want to come on, I would love to chat.
Well, the UK Prepper, he said it's 2 a.m. and he was going to bed.
Okay.
Yeah. I know Eric. I know when we were at Nearfest, he banged out my he's like, you got in ham radio and blah blah blah, and I was like, here, and I handed him my tablet and my freaking T1000. I said, you fix it then, and he did it. I said, hell, while you're here, fix my help tech too. So he's definitely knowledgeable with it.
Liam, if you've got the capabilities, definitely join the stream.
So, Josh, while we're waiting for maybe a few people who want to join in and see what we want to do, we want Andy to give the World Radio League update.
I'm glad you mentioned that because it is coming up the top of the hour, and we kind
of promised to come out at the top of the hour here. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where Josh went. He disappeared, but I can absolutely give you the World Radio League.
There you go. The show is all yours, Andy.
He's coming back.
I smacked my mouse.
Just be glad you didn't hit the end stream button like I did once.
Yeah. Andy, do you have some breaking news for us?
I don't know about breaking.
God,
I kind of broke it on.
Yeah, he has some breaking news.
Where's your stinger at?
Breaking news.
I
Where's
the
stinger?
stream on Monday, so go watch that stream. I'll share some other up. No, I'm kidding. So I have.
Don't do this to us, Andy. Don't leave us hanging.
On the screen behind me, you can see the World Radio League desktop app sitting there.
We don't want to hear about the maps.
That. I didn't say anything about any maps. I'm not there yet.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Andy. Sorry about that.
If you can see on the screen behind me, I have the World Radio League desktop app.
Can you bigger that?
that is currently you know,
Enhanced.
we're working on it, iterating through it, and I'm waiting on a final build from the developer. Once we have that, we'll do some final testing. Plan is to push it tomorrow. Could be late tomorrow, could be early tomorrow. You don't know. Neither do I for sure. But we are planning on pushing that live tomorrow. Beta World Radio League desktop app. So very excited about that.
Will that come out under integrations?
I'll have to check and see exactly where they want to put that. I think it'll probably at least start under integrations, or we might have a link on the main homepage, one of the two. Okay. And yeah, I'm super excited about this release. It's got some really cool stuff. One of the things it's got is an ADIF editor. If you've ever tried to edit an ADIF, you know about the only way to do it is either a text editor or ADIF master, which is only available on Windows, and we all know how bad that is. So this will be a cross-platform ADIF editor built right into the World Radio League desktop app. You can see a lot of these things. I demoed them on the Monday live show, the World Radio League show, if you want to go back and watch that. But yeah, it is super cool, and got a lot of great features in there. Some, you'll be able to favorite some logbooks, filter those to the top, all that good stuff.
So when is it available?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow's the plan.
And
yeah.
Andy, actually two quick questions. For Windows, Linux, Mac?
Yeah, all of the above.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and the Linux build may take like a couple more days to get that out, because we've only got one guy who can run a Linux build right now. So that may take a couple extra days to get the Linux build out, but it'll be fully cross-platform.
Well, I just noticed something that you didn't mention the Monday stream, Andy.
What's that?
Cat control is at 1.1.1 now.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think I mentioned that, didn't I?
You did. Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
That. Yeah, Cat Control. We just released Cat Control 1.1.1. That will not be integrated into the desktop app in tomorrow's release, but it will probably come in like the next week or so. And so yeah, Cat Control 1.1.1 got some enhanced UI, some UI changes, make it a little easier. And then yeah, it's a solid update for sure. We also released our mapping upgrades that I've been talking about. We're using a new map service now, and we've got a full-on customization suite, even better than it was before, including a map key. So your bands and modes can be keyed by color and shape now on your map pins. So that's really cool. What else do we have? We've got a ton of stuff going on. We just released a mobile app update, so be sure and update your mobile app. That one's got some kind of back-end changes and a couple of enhancements in it. And this morning, I recorded an interview with G3LRC. Guys, go check out his channel. That guy is one of the best interviewers I have ever sat across from. He is really great, and his channel is fantastic. Go check out that video. That was a really good video, and I appreciate him having me on. And yeah. So I mean, we're rolling like crazy. And the big news on the ham radio prep side is that we just launched our brand new POTA course. So if you want to learn more about Parks on the Air, go to hamradioprep.com. You've got all the courses that we've talked about so many times now. In addition to all those, we have the POTA course, in which myself and James and Jim are all three teach that course. We all three have lessons that we teach. So one thing I failed to mention in my personal updates is that severe weather season is upon us. And I realized real quick on Monday or Tuesday that I really needed to get my battery backup installed on my Mac Studio. So I got that plugged in, so I got surge protection and battery backup now, and I had to call in some 3/4 inch hail to the Skywarn net that day. Thankfully, I was able to get my car in the garage pretty quick, but yeah, it was nasty. But yeah. What? I feel like I'm missing like 5 or 6 things, but from my World Radio League update. But check out. Go watch the World Radio League show last week, and then I'll have the next one up before too long, and click that notify button so you'll know when that one comes on next week. Mondays.
I do have a quick question, Andy.
Yeah.
You said 1.1.1 is not going to be the desktop app. There's going to be cat control in the desktop app, right?
Okay, let me clarify that. This first release, tomorrow's release of the desktop app will not have cat control. It will be coming within about a week or week and a half is the plan.
Yeah, because that'll make it to where we still have to have an internet connection then if it doesn't have cat control built in.
Yeah. Yep. If you're using it for with cat control, then yeah, you'll have to use the internet connection. But like I said, we're trying to get this beta release out the door. Cat control, it's going to be really fast coming very shortly thereafter. We just got to get a build out. So
let me ask you this, Andy, and you may have touched on this and I missed it. So this release that's coming tomorrow, is it only available to the beta folks, or is it available to everybody?
Well, our beta program is sort of a pretty loose and unrestricted beta program, so it's going to be available to everybody.
Okay.
Anybody who wants it. Yeah.
And do you have to be a VIP or paid tier, or is it available to the free?
No, it'll be available. It'll be available for everybody unless James changed his mind in the last 24 hours. It'll be available for everybody. So.
There it is. You cut out. Say it again, Andy.
I said unless James changes his mind in the last 24 hours, it'll be available for everybody.
There you go.
Yeah, but this is going to be actually the beta is actually going to be tied to the production database, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's going to be kind of like the cat control beta, Josh.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's beta, but everybody can download the cat control.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And we're not going to keep it in beta for a terribly long time, but we really wanted to get it out there and in everybody's hands, so everybody can start using it, giving us feedback right away, rather than holding off, another couple weeks.
And see who can break it first.
Yeah, exactly. Try it, break it, tell us what broke. We love that. So, and I know another one who's probably going to be excited about that. Just popped into the back room there. But before we go there, Marvin, did you say something?
No, I thought you were done. I was going to just say thanks for the update on this.
Absolutely.
I think we're all super excited about this World Radio League Cat program. The unicorn is actually going to show its face tomorrow.
You saw my post.
Yeah, the unicorn has been demoted down into a regular horse. So yeah.
Nope. It's still a unicorn until it's actually able to download onto my computer. It's still a mythical unicorn.
Yes. I agree 100%.
Hey, Tim.
Yes, sir.
Chris says you look bored.
No. I'm working on another monitor here right now. Sorry.
Yeah, we need everybody everybody who's been asking for this desktop app to download it as soon as we release it and start giving us feedback. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great for going out in the park and logging your POTA activation, and we're really excited about this. So. Give us all the feedback you can as soon as possible, so we can get any.
That's why I'm waiting.
Quick release.
That's why I'm waiting for that embedded cat control, because even with and I got to put a bug report in it. But even with the mobile app, I had spotty internet connection this weekend, and my app wigged out on me.
Gotcha. Did you?
I actually lost a contact. Luckily, I was videoing so I could get that contact.
Did you happen to tap the time adjustments?
Nope.
Okay.
I was just trying.
We had a weird bug where if you tap the time adjustment, it would crash the app only on Android, and we just pushed a fix.
It didn't crash the app. It just it started jamming up because there wasn't a connection, and then all of a sudden the log just disappeared.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, if you want to submit a bug report on that with all the details, that way we can track that back and find where that happened, so we can see exactly what went on there.
I just think it's operator error.
I agree.
Eric, within 2 months, my beard will be back. I'm tired of hearing it, guys. I'll grow it back.
He's going to go to the Dad Burn grocery store tonight and get some Just for Men. Just to even make a fake beard.
So he's going to be like Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. He's got a shoe polish
Yep,
in the gray.
I'm gonna do polish just on the sideburns of the gray.
Dave, your shirt says never underestimate an old man, but we can't tell you're an old man anymore. So I guess we got to go ahead and underestimate you anyway.
No, that's not what that shirt's for.
I tell you what, I think we'll
Move on.
rename him.
Oh.
Hang on.
Uh-oh.
There you
It's
go.
coming. Dave, you had no idea you're going to catch so much SHIT.
Oh no, I did.
But see, it comes back around. FAFO.
Yep.
Now,
I knew it was.
if Gray Man comes in here shaving,
God no.
he cannot be Gray Man anymore.
No.
Nope.
I got quite a bit of gray hair
White
mixed
man,
in. I got quite a bit of gray hair mixed in on my head too, but no,
the beard is iconic for you.
it is.
For sure.
It is.
All right, let's jump back in. We've had our first guest patiently waiting.
Awesome.
Terry with the Tango, KQ4 MDM.
Oh, here we go.
Oh no! I wish I had controls. I just boot that Vol person out.
Wait for it. I knew that was coming.
There it is. There
I
it
saw the
is.
hat earlier.
Oh,
Hey, Vaughn and Julie, I know
tell you
you're
what.
watching. That is the best shade of orange ever.
It looks a little yellow there.
It's very yellow.
We'll make
first.
sure.
Yellow.
It's
It's
overexposed.
Is that Tennessee balls yellow?
Tennessee Vols orange.
No. We got more.
Look
trouble.
yellow to me.
Bringing in frequency frontiers.
Hey, Dave.
What's up, buddy?
What's up,
Yeah,
dude?
we really do have a full stream in here tonight.
I thought
Holy
Dave
cow.
backed into the stream earlier when he first showed up there. I wasn't sure what was going on with that.
Hey, Terry. If this wasn't a friendly, hey, read between the lines, Terry.
Mm.
Oh boy.
Pota Power gives the vomit emoji.
Yeah, going south quick.
All right, Terry.
That
Let's
escalated quickly.
Terry. Let's start with you. What do you use? What's your experience with these mesh networks?
Well, I got excited about Meshtastic, and I put together my own little rack WizBlock node to carry around with me. And I didn't get a single thing here where I live. I took it to the Hamfest in Sevierville. I did a reboot on it, and I was picking up guys at the Hamfest like crazy. I get back home and nothing. So there was a guy over the hill from me about 2 miles, and I went to his house and we could pick up each other. But when I got back to my house, I could not pick up his node whatsoever. So I don't know if it was my equipment. It since sat on the shelf for a long time, and now the battery corroded in it and it killed it. But I'm hoping that Mesh builds out more in our area, and I'll be able to maybe get a new unit and try it out again at some point.
Yeah, and the
Terry,
best
you
thing
have
to do
question.
with the best thing to do with that is leave it on, because in our area, when I started the Meshtastic in our area, right, and I bought a device and I didn't see anybody, so then I bought a second device so I could talk to myself, right, and see it actually work,
Right.
and then I shut them off and I put them back in their shelf, right, and the problem is when you start Meshtastic, MeshCore, whatever in an area, everybody's going to turn on their device. They're going to watch this stream. They're going to go buy a device. They're going to turn it on, and they're not going to see anybody, and they're going to shut it right back off. Right? Leave it on, because that way, when the next guy turns his device on, there's somebody else there.
It'll populate.
And
well,
then,
for the longest time, I left it plugged up and left it in the house, and left it running, but I never got anything ever. So not at my location anyway.
yeah,
I had to take it to Kingsport, or I had to take it to the Hamfest or someplace where there were other people that had mesh. I'm in a little valley, I guess you would say, where my house is, and getting out with it, I think, has become an issue.
do you have capabilities or know somewhere you could put a solar node up on that hill that you were talking about?
I don't have access to that land, but I do have a little solar panel I bought. If I could build another Meshtastic unit, I could maybe do an outdoor setup. But with me being so remote from everybody, I'm almost afraid to spend the money and waste it, you know. And I've been
Terry, it's
watching,
called
there's a lot
spray
of
paint.
mesh guys in Kingsport, and I think it may be growing this way. So when it grows this way a little more, I'll try it again.
Terry, it's called spray paint and brown and green and maybe a little bit of gray and some black.
Little
And you
olive
spray
drab,
paint it up,
tan.
just make it a little camouflage, find a tree and put that sucker up there. Do it at night, pay some kids $20 to screw it to the tree. They'll never know.
So Terry, all you've used, and you're local to me, all you've used is Meshtastic at this point. You haven't got into Core yet.
I haven't tried Core, but I think it is growing in the Kingsport area. So I'm hoping maybe if I ever do get back in it, that's probably the one I'll try.
So I'm pulling up my my app right now, and I'm not going to do the fancy share and everything, but the only node that I'm seeing is that one right there, and that is in, where is that? That is showing somewhere south of Blunteville, southeast of Blunteville. But I mean, you've got one node that's up just between Abingdon and Lebanon, Virginia, or Lebanon, however they pronounce it up there. Yep. And then, but once you get down here towards Knoxville, it's huge. There's hundreds and hundreds of nodes.
Yeah, once you go west, like everything west of Morristown's West Tennessee. After you go west, there's all kinds,
Oh, is that west of 65 or 24?
81. Yeah.
What about you, Frequency Frontiers? Get on in here, talk about it.
Yeah, well, I actually want to ask all you guys a question. So I live in upstate South Carolina, very, very rural area. I'm one active ham in my town. So I have MeshCore, I have Meshtastic. Matter of fact, there are 5 Meshtastic nodes in all of my county. I own 4 of them. So what should I put up and keep up and maintain in case? Or what should I push, I guess is a better statement, a question. What should I push out to help it grow in my area here in Greenwood County, South Carolina?
Honestly, if you're going to start a network from scratch, MeshCore. And I love Meshtastic, but MeshCore, right? But you're going to have to build infrastructure. So you're going to have to buy a couple of solar nodes, put them up, right? Because MeshCore thrives and works off of infrastructure nodes and having repeaters in order to route the traffic. But if I don't know if there's a GMRS group in your area, but GMRS guys love Meshtastic because it's ISM. But yeah, so buy or build a solar node, for MeshCore and put it up on your roof and just let it sit there, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you talk to people about it, talk about MeshCore. Explain the differences of both, kind of like I do. One's for ad hoc, poop moments, and and the other one's good for an infrastructure. So, but push the infrastructure side and be like, hey, we're going to build this out. Let's build it out right. And the cool thing about MeshCore is you can't have too many repeaters. In Meshtastic, you can. If you have too many repeaters with the way the algorithm works, they're just going to blast at each other and nothing's going to get through, right? If 2 repeaters get to see each other, it's horrible. In MeshCore, you want the repeaters to see each other, right? Because they create links. So yeah, if you're going to build from scratch and you're going to build a network kind of infrastructure, MeshCore. Buy yourself a solar node, slap it up on the roof, be the first one, right? And then talk about it and tell people about it. If there's like-minded people, if there's a prepper community, right? And those are the guys who will latch onto it and help build it. So that's what I would say. Right now I'm trying to get Medina County, where I live, to transition from Meshtastic to MeshCore. We have infrastructure nodes right now on towers. If we switch those over to MeshCore, boom, people just have to put the companion app on their device, and we'll have a much more reliable network.
So, and let me tell you this too. I'm looking at upstate South Carolina, and as of right now, or at least from here, I can see 2 nodes near Boiling Springs, just to the north of Spartanburg, and then 1 repeater Lake Wiley, just to the southwest of Charlotte.
Yeah,
So,
that's right outside of York Rock Hill.
Yeah. York Rock Hill. I see that on the map. There's probably more out there. I just can't see them because the link's not been established further.
That's about 2.5 hours above me. One's near the Tennessee, North Carolina line, and the other one's right outside of Charlotte. I'm over, believe it or not, I'm dead center between Augusta, Georgia, Greenville, South Carolina, and Columbia, South Carolina. I'm close to everything and near nothing.
That's right. I remember you telling me that. And I'm looking at that on the map. I wouldn't be surprised if there's not more down there. It's just there's not been a link established between your area per se and then the area that I'm seeing, so to speak. So if people started throwing, like for instance, if people started throwing up repeaters in Woodruff and Lawrence and Clinton and maybe even Anderson, Greenville,
yeah,
I would probably be able to see
there. I could get it up. So I have a 75-foot tower out here. I can get it up and get it high enough and get to them. But I have a Meshtastic node up there now, but there's just nothing out there yet.
I would highly recommend switching that bad boy over to Core and see what you get on it. I think with it being that high, I bet you money you're going to see quite a bit.
Oh, yeah. I get a lot of airplanes.
Oh yeah.
I have a question. So I've been putting this together in my brain. So I have 2 giant towers that are probably mile and a half as the crow flies, and I probably can get a hold of ownership of them to find, to talk to them. But they're both TV towers. They're for Rhode Island, but they're actually Massachusetts. One thing that I don't think was explained is, okay, you have your cell phone and you put a repeater up or a core up on the tower. What device do you use that in between your phone and the core do you use, Dave?
So the repeater is really just going to sit up there and do its thing. Right. You have an additional device and your companion app on your phone. The repeater, its whole purpose in life, especially with a MeshCore repeater, is just to pass traffic. So you don't need to be on it to talk.
Are we using a Heltec or a T1000 or something to do that with?
Yeah. You okay. I mean, almost any device that is capable of Meshtastic. At Hamcation, I had 2 of these. I had one on Meshtastic and one on MeshCore, right? And so I could try and see both. One's on Meshtastic, one's on MeshCore. One's on Meshtastic, one's on MeshCore. So all of the devices out there can pretty much do both. There's very few exceptions, and that's a compatibility issue. But yeah, so you get a solar node, you put it up on that tower, and just let it eat as a repeater, a MeshCore repeater.
Yeah.
And 7-3, guys. I'm gonna have to go ahead and drop. We'll see you.
See you, Andy.
Bye, Andy.
Yeah, Michael. I think the difference is that device that's going up on the tower is a dedicated router. It is not being used as a carry around client device.
Right. No. That's what but that's I wanted to know what you would use as the intermediary device between your phone and said repeater on the tower.
You'd have your T1000 or your Wes Block or whatever you carry.
Right. Okay,
personally.
cool.
So there is a message here in the chat from Interstellar Starman asking about LilyGo. Yes, 100%. You can use a T-Deck. Do you have T-Decks, Dave?
You just showed
he's got
two
a
of them.
T-Deck already.
No, I'm talking about with seed.
No, we do not do a T-Deck type device.
Okay. So my advice to you, Interstellar, if you do want a T-Deck, you can definitely order something like that on Amazon. You'll just want to flash it to Core or Tastic or whatever you want to do. And I'll grab a link here in a minute and put that
Make sure the model number is compatible. Just go to
Right.
their website. Yeah, you can get a list of compatible devices.
I've got one more question before I go.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have seen, I think, another video where some guys have experimented and maybe even doing MeshCore and Meshtastic on the same device. Are you familiar with that?
The video you saw is actually two devices in one case. So imagine having these two guys in the same case. That's what you saw. It's doing both, but it's two individual devices in one box.
Okay.
So that's Jason Radio 2.0 did the video on that where it does both. Yeah.
Well, thank you, fellas. Appreciate
yeah.
you answering my questions, and I'll back out of here. And yeah, I won't
Thanks for
comment
joining
on
us, Terry.
Thank you, Larry. Thanks, Terry.
See you, Terry. Go Vols.
Go Vols.
Hey,
Get out of here, Terry.
Interstellar was or KZ. I put the Seed Studio solar node on the chat just a minute ago. Is that solar node Meshtastic or MeshCore? Natively, Dave, that is Meshtastic, but you can redo the firmware for either.
Talking to the folks at Seed, about 80% of the solar nodes that we sell end up on MeshCore.
Okay.
Because it's just a great, reliable device. So yeah, it can go either way. It comes with Meshtastic on it, but MeshCore's flasher is amazing and very simple. You plug it in, you tell it what it is, and there's none of the drag and drop or anything else. It just works. So just make sure if you're going to buy a solar node and you're going to put it at elevation, you want to do the repeater firmware, not because they have separate firmwares. The repeater firmware, not the companion app.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know what solar node we're talking about, just put a link in there in the chat. You can click it and go straight over. They're really good. They're really good. I personally run the Spec 5. However, if I'm actually looking very carefully at this Seed Studios because I do have another place or two that I'd like to put a solar node app.
They are very close in resemblance to each other.
Well, if you want to see it.
Yeah. The only reason I run the Spec 5 one is because they sent it to me. That's it.
Oh, yeah. And I get it.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm the
sir.
same way.
And if hang on, and if you'd like to see it,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah, great things, man.
So this is the main device. Everything is built into it, right? It's got
That
an
is
antenna
cool.
port right here. Now, stupid thing, but they had to do it. It's an RP SMA, so reverse polarity SMA. All your buttons, USB port are on the bottom. All your LEDs are on the bottom. It comes with, and Mac got cut on it because the bracketry is a little sharp on the edges. It's very well made stainless steel bracketry to mount it with. It comes with everything you need in a very beautiful package. So that's my little sell for the Seed Studio solar node. But yes,
And Dave, if someone wants to purchase that, what is roughly the price on that?
it's under $100.
I'll tell you right now because I just posted it in the chat. Where did I put it?
$99.99.
It's not even that expensive.
Well, it depends on what you get.
$89.90 is what I'm showing here.
There you go.
There are two versions.
Yeah, the P1 Pro is $89.90. The P1 is $69.90. What's the difference between those two, Dave?
P1 Pro comes with a L76 GPS chip pre-soldered into it and 4 18650 batteries pre-installed. The regular P1 does not have either one of those, which the GPS, it's good to maintain time, right? because somebody in the network has to have a GPS in order for everything to sync up timing wise, because it pulls the timing from the GPS. And for 18650 batteries, if there's plenty of people in a network, not everything has to have a GPS. An infrastructure node doesn't need to have a GPS and tell everybody where it's at, because it's supposed to just sit there and live, and people don't need to know where it is, right? So if you're going to build a bunch of infrastructure nodes, I say get the regular P1 without the GPS, and then buy some 18650 batteries. They're everywhere. Go to the local vape shop, and you can buy a bunch of them cheap. So, but if you want everything all in one ready to go, then you go with the Pro.
Yeah, and honestly, it's probably going to be cheaper for you to go with the Pro anyway, because those 18650s are going to cost you a little bit.
I don't know how much they cost, but
last time I bought a 2-pack of them was like $25, I think.
Oh, then yeah, if you want all 4, then you might as well just buy the Pro.
Yeah, and let me tell you this too. I'm pulling up. I don't want to steer one way or another, but I'm going to tell you this right now: if you buy it from seed, you're going to save a fortune anyway, even if you go to the Pro, because that Spec 5 node, I mean, it works great. Don't get me wrong, but by God, it's expensive. I'm trying to pull up the price on it right now, but I know it's definitely not less than
last I knew. I thought it was over $200 for that one.
Yeah. Their website is slower than Christmas tonight. So,
well,
I got
there's
one more quick
been
question.
There it is, $274.99. Why would you go spend that? Go to the link I put in the description there, or in the chat.
Good.
And there's a couple guys talking about that's one of the cool things about the Seed Solar node is it has a Grove port on the inside, and it actually has a channel for the ribbon cable and a spot for the BME 280 temperature, humidity, and barometric pressure sensor, right? So you can add weather to it. In the private chat, I have a YouTube video on how it's done. If anybody wants to watch it, I just posted it in our private chat.
Why'd you put it in a private chat?
Because I don't have rights to be able to post. Oh, I do.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got a wrench.
Okay.
Does he?
Moderator.
Yeah, he does.
Everybody.
There we go.
All my regulars have wrenches.
You've got a wrench. You've got a wrench. You've got a wrench.
Dave had another question.
Well, wait a minute. Why did my camera just die?
RFI.
Quit doing FT8, Dave. Wow.
Well,
All right, Dave.
well,
We lost Dave, but go ahead with your question.
all right, so here's the other question. So MeshCore, Meshtastic, they transmit on the same frequency, right? Correct?
Mm-hmm.
They're around the same frequency.
They're both in the 900
So if I
megahertz.
put-
Yeah.
Yep. So if I put a MeshCore repeater on my tower and a Meshtastic repeater on my tower, theoretically they will or can interfere with each other, correct? So I'll need to have some about 6 foot of separation, 8 foot.
It depends.
Yeah, that is true. That's actually the right answer, Tim. Because
Dave, I think the best thing to do is to try.
Yep.
Maybe have them down low where you can test that and see how far apart you need them.
So did you hear that, Dave?
I did.
We lost him again. And yeah, it
many days.
is a possibility that they interfere, but also at the low level, they might not interfere with it. At the low power, they might not actually interfere with each other. But there's a possibility.
When we all get together, we're standing around with our nodes at a ham fest or something. We're sitting right next to each other. Most of these are transmitted in milliwatts, so I don't know if it's that big of a deal.
Hey, well, Dave just popped offline, but I was wondering if there was any Seed Studio discount codes.
There are, and Josh has some.
I do.
Josh, what do you have as a discount code?
My website or my portal says no relevant coupons, Dave.
Oh, sucks to be you.
What?
Yeah, I see Eric coming in here dropping a discount code. Shame on you, Eric.
What's up with that, man?
In full transparency, the links I have been dropping are affiliate links, so I will get the credit for those if you purchase with those links. That does not automatically throw a discount though on it, does it, Dave?
No. Yes. So with the affiliate program, you should, if you're looking at the web page and you're signed in, under affiliate account, affiliate programs, you should have a large list of codes or discounts, which like you should have for the T1000, it's 10%.
There's no codes there. That's just,
Well, no, that's the codes. If you go to promo data, that should give you the codes.
yes. There we go.
Rookie.
Well, Josh, at least your YouTube channel didn't see his code he dropped.
Oh, I see it. Oh, that's fair.
No.
That's fair. I
He
see what
dropped
you're
it in
talking
my channel.
about. Yeah.
Night, Eric.
I ran him off.
But it's should be a 5% discount for the P1 series for the solar nodes.
Yes.
I just think I ordered the last one. I think.
Is the P1 okay, P1 series, that would include the Pro too, right?
That's the Pro. And
Did you get the Pro or did you get the other one, Michael?
I got the Pro. After shipping and everything else, $110.79.
Yeah, because when you look at the front page, it says 89, and then when you actually click on the Pro, it says 95.
Yeah,
so they've got two different prices on their page, Dave.
That's not cool.
That's
well, everybody's
what
taking
we do
price
for
increases. They just need to update their website.
So, which warehouse did you order out of?
U.S.
Okay.
So it looks like the P1. Yeah, you may have gotten the last P1 Pro because what I'm looking at now, they're back ordered to arrive March 26th for the P1 Pro.
Yes.
And the P1 is in stock. And I can tell you how many. There's a neat little trick. If you add 1,000 to your cart, and there is 21 in stock right now of the regular P1 solar node. And my Bluetooth keyboard is causing issues with my camera. Started doing that yesterday.
And there he goes again.
That's fun. Did you see
That
this?
pissed me off because I had just put that Pro in my cart before you actually said I just ordered it.
Hey, did you see this though?
That is something to note. Both of those items, the L1 Pro that I put in, which is the exact same device that I use, it's not on camera, but the L1 Pro, this is the same thing I use. It is available in the warehouse, and so are both solar nodes. Usually these things are on delay, but they're both in.
SenseCap solar node.
No, the
P1
Pro. The Pro's not. He just got the last one.
Mine says warehouse available right now.
Yeah, and I'll bet you if you try
Refresh
to
your browser.
order it, I just
refresh your
refreshed my browser. No, mine just refreshed and says it's available too.
Yeah, mine says ships from California.
Which one did you order, Michael?
I got the one that was dropped in the link, the P1 Pro.
That's the exact same link that I'm clicking on, and it's there.
That's weird.
I'm looking right now. I just browsed the US warehouse and it shows 95.99 for the price of the P1 Pro.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you click on the link, it says $95.99. P1 Pro. And it says they are on back order for the warehouse for US.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Something's not talking to each other, Dave, because I'm showing it available.
Well, If you click on the Solar Node P1 Pro with GPS and battery,
Cart.
do you see anywhere to add to cart?
He may have froze now.
Oh yeah, I do see that estimated warehouse arrival.
Yep.
That's. I've said it before, Dave. I'll say it again. This website needs work.
They're working on it. They're working on it. I'm having the weirdest issue. My Bluetooth keyboard is
we can hear it.
out. Oh, that's not me. That sounds not me. But my
No,
Bluetooth
that's my
keyboard
T-Deck going
is
crazy.
freaking out and
We're being hacked.
causing my camera and my mic to drop. Now that I've got it off, it's all back alive.
What keyboard you using, Dave?
The
Chinese one.
Arctic. Yeah.
Amazon special.
Yes, sir.
So, Dave, talk about the fiberglass antenna kit.
What do you want to know about the fiberglass antenna kit?
Does it have the right thing for the reverse polarity SMA?
If you buy the kit from Seed Studios, yes, it comes with the reverse polarity to in adapt cable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Which are they showing one? Because it's been back and forth. Let's see. Oh, I'd have to turn the keyboard on to be able to type.
Go.
Silence.
I'm not sure if you heard my,
waiting to watch you
my
drop.
question earlier, Dave.
Probably not. What's up?
All right. So if you have a MeshCore repeater and a Meshtastic repeater on the same tower, if they're not separated far enough, will they interfere with each other? Will I get interference?
They could be, but your separation for 900 megahertz only needs to be a foot or two, right? Just like what is it? Is it quarter wavelength away? Is the general rule of thumb for antennas?
Over a quarter wavelength.
Over a quarter wavelength. So
that's like an inch and a half.
Yeah.
For 915, yeah.
Yeah. And generally Meshtastic, like base firmware, when you start out, it starts out at it's on 906.875, and then MeshCore runs around 915 something, right? So there's enough separation between the two in frequency where they're not going to like bleed over on each other. And then put a foot or two in between the antennas and you're good to go. So if you did one high, one low,
always stack them, never put them on the same plane.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
Yeah, stack. Never same plane, stack.
Yep. Oh, that's been discontinued.
Uh-oh.
They discontinued your node, Michael. You're not going to get it.
Bite me. I better have
I'm
it
looking
in
through
3
the
to 5
different
days.
fiberglass antennas.
I've got a 900 megahertz Yagi out in the garage, a big one.
It's the fiberglass antenna
Boston.
kit for helium, Dave. That's on the same page as the.
Well, I'm looking at there's a US 5.8 dB, which is only in China.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that one comes with the correct cable. There's the the other EU 5.8, and that's been discontinued. The 7 dB is in China, and the 8 dB is discontinued. The 3 dB comes with a mag mount, which is RPSMA, but that's in stock in the United States. If not, Amazon you can get an RPSMA to in bulkhead.
Reverse.
Yeah.
And the bracketry has 2 spots for in and 2 spots for SMA built into it.
Does it have the 3D printed SMA wrench?
No, it does not have the 3D.
But you guys
Dude, those
saw
things are so
Max.
handy.
Yeah.
If anybody saw
Oh.
Max video,
He called me. He was like, "What the hell is this?" And I'm like, "I told you if you add an antenna, it's RPSMA, or you can do like I did on my node that I have up at the old house and get a IPEX to SMA weatherproof bulkhead mount and just swap it out, and then you can use SMA." And everybody is frozen but me.
really?
No, we're moving.
Nope.
No,
we're just watching you, Dave.
I'm
listening
looking around
intently,
at the
buddy.
screen and everybody's just
I was getting enlightened.
We're just listening intently, buddy.
okay.
This is our intent phase.
Hey.
All right then.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got any other thoughts?
Well, on that note, I've got to slip out. I really appreciate it, gentlemen. Thanks for answering my questions.
No problem.
Anytime,
Yes, sir.
buddy.
Have a good night.
See, Dave.
Later,
Good
Dave.
drink.
It's too many Daves. See you,
Bye-bye.
Dave.
God, how did we get
Don't
up
worry
to
about
3
that
days?
Dave
code.
1, 2, and 3. What?
What, Dave?
What?
Which Dave? What Dave? Who Dave?
Hillbilly Dave.
I was screaming that to my wife.
Don't worry about that code.
You know, I got a
that
funny
code?
Dave story. If we,
Which Dave?
Which Dave?
it's a Dave story, not
Oh,
about
it's
any
just a Dave
particular Dave.
story. Okay.
So I'm down with a couple friends. Actually, there's about 6 or 7, maybe 8 of us at the American Legion. And a gentleman comes up and he introducing himself. And the first guy, and he's a little liquored up. It's the American Legion. And the first guy that was at the table was named Dave. He says, "Hey, my name's Dave." Oh, you know, great. Second guy, his name was Dave also. So now we're like 2 Daves, and me being the guy I'm the third person. I just introduced myself as Dave. And at this point, this guy is like really confused. Well, next thing you know, at number 4, number 5, and number 6, everybody just introduced himself as Dave. And this guy was lost by then. So that was this running joke for a long time, is that everybody's name was Dave. So there we go.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I have to remember that the next time I go to a job site.
Or
Hey,
this is at the American Legion.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people are a little liquored up there.
Oh, dear Lord.
What's
You
up?
two are at war.
What now?
I clicked the wrong one.
Oh.
Wait, someone married Hillbilly Dave? Bless her heart. I hope you show I hope you show up at Huntsville, Terry, because I will live stream and pay-per-view the damn fight that's going to happen between the two of you.
Hey, and I just want to throw this out. And I ain't got a dog in the fight here, but how would you spell Terry any other way except for with a tango? I just got to ask a
from a
question.
ball fan.
I've heard him check into nets for years that way, and it just natural. But I don't know.
Just wonder. I guess it's like saying it's Tim with a tango. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. It's Tim with a tango.
Yeah. I guess it's. I mean,
Marvin with a mic.
Yeah.
Don't say that.
I mean,
Michael with a mic.
I guess, you know, maybe somebody can mishear, you know, Tim as Jim or Kim or something
Terry.
like that.
I don't know.
Terry is a Terry, right?
Terry. It can be construed as Perry.
Perry, Barry, Harry,
Mary,
Gary. Anyway,
not picking on you, Terry. Sorry.
Yeah, well, he picks on everybody else. I think it's fair game.
Yeah, it's fair
Right.
game.
If we've got a ruling on the field, then that's fine.
He is definitely fair game.
Dave wants a front row seat to that fight. Dave versus Terry. We may pull this off. I need to talk to Jason about what we're doing at Montesano.
We can pull the tables out into a nice square.
Yeah.
And I was telling guys this at work, and I don't think they do it in the Navy anymore. When you get out on a ship, you there's no room for disagreements, right? You're tight knit. There's a lot of people, and we used to do a thing called smokers. And if you had a disagreement with somebody, they would clear the flight deck or clear an area, put up a ring, and you just go box it out. That's how we took care of things. So I think that's what we should do at Huntsville, Josh. We can get some corporate sponsors.
So
ham smokers, smoking ham. There we go, smoking hams. And instead of having YouTube drama, we can just take it out there.
The only
at a charity event for the Teachers Institute.
There you go. Instead of the cookout, we'll do that. Or
smoking hams.
Cookout. Although Terry's already chickened out. Not going to Huntsville, though. I don't think Dave is going to Sevierville.
No.
I don't know. He might want to take the missus to Gatlinburg for a romantic weekend that happens to include a ham fest.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm going to Gatlinburg because she's never been there, she's not gonna. My wife backs me in amateur radio all the time, but she's never been to Gatlinburg, so she's gonna want to go to Pigeon Forge, all that. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do a ham fest first time she goes.
Come up here for a week. You got plenty of time.
Right,
dude.
No
Pigeon Forge and that whole area is literally a tourist trap.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know.
Myrtle Beach looks just like it.
Yeah,
same businesses and everything.
That's scary.
Terry says, "Why would I set foot in the state of Alabama?"
There's nothing wrong with the state of Alabama.
No. All right, folks. It's 10 till 10. Let's try not to go into overtime tonight. So let's start the round robin. We'll go round the clock. That means Marvin, you're on the pole position.
I really don't have. Boy, all of a sudden I got froggy. I don't have a lot on my table. Like I said, I'm doing some planning for the Wisconsin QSO party Rove next weekend. I did see I came in third place on the South Carolina QSO party on World Radio League. And it reminds me I do need to submit my QSO log to South Carolina for that QSO party. And so I have not done that yet. So I'll try and do that when we get maybe if we get a few minutes back this evening on this meeting, I'll be able to go submit that log quick. But other than that, I'm going to see what QSO parties are going this weekend. Probably go run the gamut on another one this weekend if I can. So we'll see how that goes. But definitely be in Wisconsin in 2 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that one. And I get my truck back tomorrow. So that means I get my HF radio and my 2-meter 440 radio back in the truck and my mesh node back in the truck. So I'm excited to get that back from the body shop. So that'll be good to get back on the air with those and as I'm traveling for work and everything else. So looking forward to it. And that's really about it. So if I get a chance this weekend, I'll definitely try and get a video done, but we'll see. I got something to edit. Last weekend I was playing radio.
Sounds good. Michael with a mic.
Go to the next person. Oh, here we go. Ha. Women in Amateur Radio. Found it. God bless. Hey, so I'm going to be doing I'm not going to be doing that, but 52 days of 146.52 trying to get activations and trying to just talk to people on 5.2, start getting some more 2-meter activity going. Thank you for N2MAK for starting that. Unbelievable. It's a cool idea. So just trying to get more activity on 5.2. This weekend might be a little rainy, but I'm going to try to get down to Fall River, Freetown State Forest, do a little POTA activation down there maybe. I've got a couple little quick 5.2 videos that I've got to put up. I didn't get out today. Yes, I know, Eric. I'm gonna hear. Oh no, he left already, so I don't have to worry about him. Yeah, he's been bouncing on me to get some more videos out. So, and I'm gonna try to fish up something this weekend. Hopefully, going to be starting a new job next week. Fingers crossed. Yeah, right now I'm kind of on an extended vacation, so it's going to be interesting. Who's next on the list?
It would be Hillbilly Dave, Super Dave.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. Well, gonna worry about severe weather tomorrow night. We're enhanced level 3 for tomorrow night, so be paying attention to that. Worst part about that is it's supposed to be after dark and overnight. Then it's supposed to get nice this weekend, so hopefully I can get out and do the actual review antenna on that Delta Loop add-on for the antenna. And just busy with work. got a couple other ideas, but I got to figure out how to pull them off first. But my next video out on my channel should be the full review on the Alpha Antenna X.
I think we need to do a time lapse on the beard regrowing.
Hey, that's a good idea. Do like those guys do, where you take a single picture every day, same pose, take a picture of your beard.
And then post like one big video.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Got to wear the same shirt though.
I'm not running my washer every other day. I'll wear the same shirt 2 days.
Oh no, I'm saying, well, just take a shirt to take your picture and don't wear it, but just put it on, take your picture.
Right.
You know, that way you don't have to wash it every day, every couple of days.
Did you have something, Michael?
Yeah, I completely forgot. So Friday, tomorrow, in about 22 hours, Women in Amateur Radio. They're going to be doing YLs for Live Free and Ham, and it's going to have Shannon, both Shannons, OHT and LY. El Marie is going to be on there. Sandy's going to be on there. UTX, Julie, Caitlin, FAE, Amy, Paula, and they're going to just talk about how they got into radio and everything else. It's going to be pretty cool, and I forgot to promote that, but yeah, it's going to be awesome. And I might even hop in and harass them for 5 minutes and then hop out.
Sounds like the YL net that never has YLs in it.
Exactly, but this will have YLs.
Mike's got to jump in there.
Yeah, right. Got to jump in.
The ham radio kids table with no kids. I know. You go down the road.
It's about a state of mind, my friend, not your age.
I knew that was
We're all 12-year-old somewhere.
Speaking of Tim,
yes, sir.
Tim. For Gray Man.
Well, I don't have a whole lot going on this week. I do want to point. Well, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, I will be out at the park, which is also the beginning of daylight savings time, which I really enjoy this time of year because it's summer's going to be around, but also it moves the UTC Zulu time to 8 p.m. Eastern, which gives me an extra hour. I get out and do more activating. So I like to, when I go do park activations, I'll try to get there about 7, do an hour of like 20 meters on one calendar day, and then switch over to 40 at the rollover and do it for another 20, 30 minutes, as long as the bands are staying active. So that's where I will be. Also, I noticed ARRL's International DX contest starts at midnight Zulu.
Good point.
Saturday and rolls through midnight Sunday into Monday, UTC Zulu time. So very simple, 160, 80, 40, 20, 15, and 10. It's basic exchange, just your signal report and your state province, and very simple contest. If you are interested in getting into contesting or just trying it out, this will be a good one for you to go out and do that. If you go to contestcalendar.com, you can get all the specifics about all the contests, and there's a nice calendar layout that you can use to kind of see what's coming up and maybe plan some contests. And not every contest is a long contest. It could be just a couple hours every night. There's sprints and things like that. So a lot of fun stuff to look at.
Absolutely. That is a cool website. That's a great little hub for all the contests and stuff at contestcalendar.com, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. Great. Sounds good.
You can also go look on World Radio League in their contest section.
That's a very good point. Very good point.
Yeah.
All right, Dave.
All right. So 2 things. One, Monday night, I'm going to be on live with Julie from Poto Power, and we're doing Meshtastic for Blondes. And I'm going to walk her through step to step how to set up the device, how to, I just saw that. She got her. But real base level, walking her through getting everything set up, get the device set up, get the app set up, how to operate the app. I'll actually have OBS running with my phone connected, so we can walk through the different steps. So yeah, Monday, Mesh for Blondes. We're going to be live and go very low level to begin with, and work our way up. So that's going to be fun. And then the other thing is, I really want to push this because our buddies, Joe Brett, K5YVY,
How's that go again?
K5YVY.
Wow.
Yeah, I try. The indicator that we had talked about for the last year or so for Meshtastic, which doesn't do very good at Meshtastic, he created a firmware for it that is called HamView. And let me share my screen. Share screen, window. There we go. It actually has it tied to Ham Alert. So you can actually use this as a remote desktop Ham Alert. It's got the Ham View, which will show you all your Ham alerts, and you can see where I took a snapshot while Jason was out on his vacation. Then it has a separate page that you can swipe to that will give you your current weather. It'll do RF radar, which it'll actually look for all the Wi-Fi networks around there if there's any LoRa information around there. And he has created, using the Bluetooth, cat control for 705. All built into this ESP32 app.
That's cool.
Yeah. And now he will tell everybody he is not offering support or updates. He's trying to figure it out. But it's actually pretty cool. And if you have one of them, got to turn the keyboard back on real quick. That is the link to his GitHub page, and he's got great instructions on how to load it on there and make it work. And it's really cool. Now I've got a case and a battery on it, but it has different screens that are all on there. This is the cat control for the 705. I won't gonna dox myself with some of that information, but yeah, wanted to push that. Seed Studios is actually looking at trying to help develop that a little bit more, because it's cool. A great purpose for the indicator. So I've started that conversation with it, trying to get them to maybe bring it a little bit further. Cool. But good old Joe Brett came up with something really cool, and it's based off of Jim. Jim started it. Jim actually took an ESP32 device and added a screen and added all the parts and pieces on a breadboard to create the same thing. And then Joe Brett's like, hey, I've got all that in this box. Let's see if I can make it work. And with the help of AI, he created a really cool app for it. So
very cool. Hey, Dave, what is on your insult board today?
Oh, the last thing that I have on there, I haven't had it on for a while, but it says your mom's so fat that I took a picture of her a week ago and it's still printing. So, and what that is Seed Studios sells this, I forget what it's called, but it's an e-ink display. And one of the things you can load on it is an evil insult generator. And so every 5 minutes, it will throw up another insult, which is kind of fun.
Wow. Here's a mama joke, and I've been holding on to this for a few weeks. And those of you that were in Orlando knows exactly where this will come from. And I hope he's watching. But KC5HWB's mom is so fat, it took her blanket to bring down my drone. All right, so
wow.
Anyway, love you, Jason.
Says the Tennessee tornado.
That's right. I'll wear that badge proud.
There you go.
All right, so here's what's coming up. Not much of anything, folks. Again, I apologize for the lack of uploads. I'm trying to stay on it, but I obviously a lot going on with this housing situation, and I've got school crap going on. So bear with me. We'll get some more content going here for you very shortly. Posted a lot of links in the chat tonight if you're looking to get some of these devices. Can't recommend the Seed Studio stuff enough. It's fantastic. Got you some great coupon codes in there to save you a little bit of money. Go check out the international contest this weekend. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. That was actually on the agenda to do as a weekly topic, but we've had so many topics lately, I had to bump that one. So I'm glad you touched on that.
Yeah, actually, there's no QSO parties this weekend. It doesn't start again until next weekend, so I guess I'm free, so I can have time to edit a video or two instead. So
there you go. There has been something brought to my attention. For some reason, This Week in Amateur Radio has not been simulcasting on my channel, so we're investigating that. But speaking of This Week in Amateur Radio, I will be anchoring a few stories this weekend. So check that out, This Week in Amateur Radio on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast, and hopefully we can get my simulcast link reestablished. It's an RSS feed. I don't know what's broken, but I'll have to get all over Greg for that one.
I'll have to reach out to George and ask him maybe when next time I'm going to anchor. I haven't been on there for quite a while, but I mean, neither one of you have been. Neither one of us have been. So
this is the first time I've anchored. No, it's not the first time this year, but it's only the second time I've anchored this year, and here we are in March. So that's a good thing. That means he's got plenty of anchors.
He's got a lot of anchors, yeah.
Yep.
I don't have a voice for radio.
Do we want to let everybody know what we're going to be doing next week, Josh?
I was fixing to go to that. Next week, we are going to hear from Hillbilly Dave, who I charged with learning FT2. So stay tuned for that next week right here on HamShackTV Live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Actually, it will be 00Z next week because time changes this weekend. Don't forget to set back your clocks on Saturday night or set forward.
I was going to say, don't pull them backwards. Go forward with them.
Yeah, forward 1 hour. Thank God it'll be daylight until 7:30 now. Oh, I can't wait. Get out and enjoy the warm weather. A lot of folks here in the Southeast, you've got warm weather and all that, but keep your eyes to the skies because it's getting gnarly. It's that time of year. Final thoughts from everybody.
I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching that. We've had a really good group that hung out here and a lot of good numbers. So thanks for joining here on HamShackTV, and catch us here every week at 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So
yep.
We always have a great panel, and I really truly say that, and I believe it truly. So I'm appreciative of every one of you guys being part of this. So
even with an old hillbilly on it, guys.
Even with a Super Dave, yes.
So FT2. I know there's a lot of rage about FT2, so be ready for that. And I forgot to mention, I looked at Michael and it reminded me. L. Marie is joining us on March 19th, a week after the FT2 conversation. So be sure to come on. She's on HamShackTV, better known as she's on Frequency.
Wait a minute. What reminded you of her with me?
You brought her up a minute ago.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, because I'm a lot bigger than she is. You need a kite string.
March 26th, we'll have Nancy on do a preview of the Raleigh Ham Fest, better known as Rars Fest. And then April the 2nd, more Expo preview. That's going to be a big one. So we're looking forward to that.
We will have a special guest that night, guys.
Absolutely.
We missed it by one day for April Fools.
Yeah. Just kidding. We're doing it April 1st. No, I'm kidding. Or am I kidding? I don't know. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this week. Tim, EOD, kaboom. Here's your music. Thanks, everybody. 73. We'll see you next week. I don't know. Should I do it? Should I play the clip? Nobody super chatted. We did get a channel member, though. I don't know.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right.
I played it because I think a lot of you used my link for Seed Studio tonight. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. Guys, don't forget to go check out Gigaparts as well tonight, sponsor of HamShackTV Live. Go check them out, gigaparts.com. Get Rewards Plus. You get half off your first month on me. Use coupon code HamShackTV50. And you'll get Rewards Plus half off. You don't want Rewards Plus, that's fine. You still get double rewards points. Use coupon code HamShackTV. Thanks, Gigaparts. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate the support. See you next week.